Well, let's shift gears here to look outside. Your 805 webcam showing you a very cloudy shot of earlier today. This is Morro Bay, and you can tell a lot of the skyline had those low clouds. Our beaches, coastal valleys, even some of the interiors saw those low clouds and some coastal fog. This is the Santa Barbara time lapse, and you only saw brief pockets of sunshine, mainly isolated to the second half of the afternoon right there, but still not clear skies. And we'll continue to see this weather pattern over the next couple of days, especially by the beaches in our coastal valleys. So all the way through some of those coastal valleys in the Santa Barbara County area up through the north coast of San Luis Obispo. This is tomorrow morning. We'll see those clouds back off slightly throughout tomorrow afternoon, but you can see still kind of creeping into our beaches. So expect another cloudy day to end out the weekend. But the next couple of days as we head through the week, that cloud coverage is going to start creeping off of the coastline. You can see by Tuesday, it has pushed off almost completely. So we'll only see the beaches really affected by those clouds moving forward into next week. But our highs really took a hit today because of those clouds. High since midnight in Santa Barbara, only the low 70s. Santa Maria, the upper 60s. In Santa Ynez, the hot spot at 77. Now, our 24-hour temperature change only slightly different right now, but when we were looking at this a few hours ago, the daytime highs and even some of those afternoon temperatures, huge disparity. Paso Robles was about 15 degrees cooler just about 4 hours ago than what we saw yesterday. And so we will see the interiors start to clear out a little bit faster than the beaches in our coastal valleys. Taking a look at the next 2 days, you'll see that right here. Monday, clear skies and the 90s are back for the inland areas. We have a warming trend headed our way, so you can see just a little bit of a taste of that on Monday in the interiors. Coastal valleys still a little bit cooler. We've got the clouds through Monday. Beaches also staying a little bit cooler in the low 60s, and those low-lying clouds, of course, across the coastline. Another thing to note into this forecast is we've got some winds coming back at us, some sundowners for the south coast. This is Monday evening. Right now looking gusty, but sub-advisory level, so we're not looking to issue that advisory just yet, but it will be overly windy in some of those areas along the 101. Now, your area forecast temperature-wise, let's take a look at those interiors. We're getting up into the 80s again for Paso, 70s in San Luis Obispo, but we still got 60s in Lompoc. Over on the north coast, we're in the low 60s. We've got 69 in Avila and San Miguel, though, up in those 80s, while Atascadero will be in the mid-70s. Over by the 5 cities, we're in the 60s. Shandon, a big jump into the 80s, and the California Valley also seeing 83 tomorrow. If we head to Santa Barbara County, we've got mid to upper 70s if you're in Solvang and Santa Ynez, and then 80s in Cuyama, while still in the 60s for Vandenberg. So now widening our look a little bit here to the 7-day forecast, lots of 90s for Paso. So only one more day of those clouds and we'll start to see things clear out, get a little bit warmer, nothing but sunshine for the interiors. Not the case until around Wednesday for San Luis Obispo. The coastal valley is going to be holding onto those clouds and only making it into the 80s for that warm up. Santa Maria seeing the mid-70s, and then Santa Barbara will get into the upper 70s, but still going to hold on to the clouds for half of the week at least. That's it for weather. Back to you, Delaney.
Thank you.